going out there, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good out there. On this video right here, I grabbed a couple of clips from my last video that I didn't get to highlight. I was just pretty much using them as the slide at that time just to, furnish what I was explaining at the time for those that could see what was going on with these pictures. But I'm going to go ahead and explain and break down these pictures and also add something great to it that everyone needs to know, okay? Everyone's going to need to know what I'm fit to show you after I show you this right here, the things that comes after this, okay? In connection with this. Because that's what I do. I try to make my videos in all of connection. I try not to confuse. I try to simplify, you know what I mean? There's too much mythology in the game right now, you know what I mean? So, and it's a lot of people not understanding that mythology for what it really is. And people are getting more lost and more lost and more lost and more lost, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into this so we can get everybody going on what's really going on here, okay? So right here, we're going to read right here first. So we're going to start this off by reading this paragraph right here on this picture. It says, atoms give us our power, life, and lights. Illuminati, which is, y'all, the light holders, right? They call themselves the holders of the light, right? AKA Freemasonry, is taking your energy by controlling your light. Atoms / micro stars. I'm going to read that one more time. Atoms give us our power, life, and lights. Illuminati, Freemasonry, taking your energy by controlling your light. / atoms / micro stars, right? So this is an atom right here. This atom is what creates everything that you see. You're made of trillions of these atoms right here, okay? This is the energy or the light or electricity or the soul that bond all things together, okay? It is the one thing that's in all things that bonds those things together. So this is the atom. You see your proton in the middle, which is your positive charge. You got your neutron, and you got your electron that flows around the nucleus, okay? So when you look up here, you see the stoplights. They are the three parts of the atom. You got the stabilizer, the one that the power to stop you, and then it also has the power within it to let you go. And it has the neutral power of in between split decisions, okay? The neutron. So this atom right here creates the man. So the man is created out of that light, these atoms, okay? And this is why they set up the streets like this. And this is also why they set their badges up exactly like the atom, okay? Because what they're saying is that they are the power. Their badge is the nucleus, right? This is what they're saying. They're saying our badge is the nucleus, okay? That's what they're saying. They're saying that their badge is the nucleus. Not only is their badge the nucleus of the atom, but their badge, if you set it right next to the whole atom, it don't only fit in the middle, but it sits on the side and is a replica of the whole atom too, okay? So they're saying that they are the light holders that is controlling the flow of your atoms, of your electrons, by having the power to tell it to stop or the power to allow it to go. And when you see the whole streets and all the traffic, the people is energy inside of a system. And they're in that system being controlled by this light that is supposed to be a reflection of your atoms within you, like your chakras. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's your chakras too. Because your chakras are what? Stars. That's what I'm telling you that an atom is. An atom is a micro star. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that the atoms is your chakra by themselves, but your atoms is your chakras. Your atoms is part of your chakras. It's what's making your chakras. It's what's making your torus field or your electron flow that's making the serpents intertwine within you. Okay? That's what this is. So understand that they are the light holders and they are controlling you with the light, which is your own light, your atoms, right? So when you go outside of your home and go out into the streets, you're automatically faced with these lights, these programming lights that is connected to your chakras, which is connected to your atoms, okay? And if you do something that they deem is against their rule, right, they're going to charge you, which means take your energy, right? They're going to charge you and take your energy, which is what is slavery all about? Taking your energy, taking your light, right? That's what slavery is all about, taking energy, taking your star energy, because you are the atom, right? They're charging you. Just like when you got to go pay something at the store. You go work all day, and at the end of the day, you got to go buy stuff. And at the clerk's desk, they're going to charge you. And all that means is taking your energy, taking your light that you get from the stars every day. But they turned your light into money, which deadens your consciousness. And now you no longer see the truth in the heavens and all these things for what they are anymore. You're so busy trying to get $1. So this shit have never stopped. This shit is going on full-fledged right now. Y'all think slavery ended? No, slavery is at its peak right now. Okay? It's just being done in a very intelligent way. You see? And I don't even want to give them too much credit like that. I'm not going to say too intelligent. It's just that the people are so fucking dumb right now, okay? So if the people just get a little smarter right now, this will not be taking place. And yes, people need to unite in order to stop something like this, okay? And when we stop this, I mean by law. Using the universal law and the law of nature and the law of the gods. And let me show you about that law, which is where they're getting their law from, okay? Which is they are the false law. Let me show you what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this real quick. Y'all see this pharaoh right here holding this crook and this flail over his heart? Okay? This is the very same symbol that's on top of the pyramids that is connected to the stars. Okay? This is the same exact thing going on here. So, a lot of people think that this crook and this flail only means kingship and royalty. Now, it does mean that, but it means much more. Because it does mean what they're saying it means, but that's like the real low vibrational understanding of what it means. Okay, this crook and this flail right here, this crook helps guide the sheep or the cattle or whatever. And this flail right here, you know, they can hit grain with it and loosen up the grain out of the shells, right? And they also say it's used to discipline, right? So they take all that literal whenever they say that stuff and tell it and translate it to you, right? But let me show you what it really means. This right here, right now, this only means to guide, okay? Mainly, first, it means to guide. This right here means law, okay? He got it over his heart, which is, his heart is the star that radiate his Merkaba or torus field around his body, okay? Which is created with this atom right here, electron flow, right? So, since his heart is a star, and he's crossing his heart, making this symbol right here, remember, they put the mummies into the pyramids facing up to the heavens like this, right? So, if the heart is a star, and the pyramid is got this on the top of the pyramids, which is connected to the constellations of stars, right? Then that means that we will be guided by the law of the stars, which is the law of the heart. And the sun is the heart. And the heart represents the sun, the star. You see what I'm saying? So He will be guided by the law of the stars, by the law of the heart. Okay? Now, how do I know this? Well, first of all, this symbol that he's making right here is a replica of the atom, which an atom is a star. Okay? Which is, we know today they made that replica out of the badge too. So whenever you see the police walk up on you, they have this badge on them, right? Which is a star right on his heart, right? Letting you know that this badge is representative of this crook and this flail, which means to guide you by law. But by what law? Well, you see right here the symbols that he's making on the top of the pyramid that they put their mummies inside of and cross their arms like that, which is facing up to the heavens. Well, to be guided by the law of the stars, right? Because the zodiac wheel is the astrology wheel. Literally, it's literally the astrology wheel. So if I put my people in there with their hands crossed up to the heavens, which is the stars, then that's what that means. To be guided by the law of the stars, of the heart. You see what I'm saying? And this is why police got that on their chest like that. But they are not the stars that are supposed to be guiding us. No, they are not. These stars are the stars that guide us. These are the stars that guide us. Why and how are those the stars that guide us? Well, look at this. This is your birth chart right here, okay? This is a birth chart. And what that means is that the stars gave birth to you. You see, you came from the stars. When your mother had you on the day she had you, you were delivered by the sun. And what that means is that you are spaceborn. You came from the stars. The stars is what truly gave birth to you, not just your mother, but the stars. You see, the heavens, which is the stars, is the principle, the first seed of creation, right? So it's the principles that creates the law. You see what I mean? Like the disciples, people wonder what the disciples were disciplined by. They was disciplined by the stars, the principles, the laws. You see? You know, the birth chart ain't only a birth chart. It's an energy wheel. It's a psychology wheel. And it's many other things, right? It's for medical. They got medical astrology, right? The doctors used to use this. The doctors still use this to a degree. You see what I'm saying? And medical. Because this is all about your creation. This is the real system you live in. Not the fake artificial one they gave you, right? So the stars not only gave birth to you, but they also left you a message when they're sending you down here. Okay? So the stars are talking to you literally. Not only through your birth chart, not only through your daily horoscope and all these things. No, it's talking to you through you using frequencies. The stars is.
It's singing. The stars are singing to him.
Naturally, the stars are talking through you. They're communicating with you. It's just that they didn't turn us off to being in tune with the sky, with the heavens. You see? So they cut us off from the stars, and then they put the star on their chest and said that they were going to be our law now, because the stars is what makes the law, right? The heavens, God, sets the law for all of us. Don't no man down here throw a badge on his chest and claim to be everyone's God. So, like I'm saying right here, the stars gave birth to you. After the stars gave birth to you, they used the same chart for medical, to give you medicines and do alchemy and chemistry based on the planets and their chemical compositions, and understanding your chemical makeup based on those planets too, because you are literally made out of the planets. You are literally made out of the solar system around you. See how you having the paint bowls like this? You see? You are literally made of this stuff. You got iron in your blood. You got water in you. You got light in you. You know what I'm saying? And all the other chemicals that these planets are made of is the chemicals that you're made of. You see? And you have these frequencies flowing through you also, which makes up the rainbow. These frequencies going through you. And this is why they had the little ghost, the Pac-Man with the ghost, right? Letting you know that the sun lets off the rainbow, which is the rainbow end up creating the people down here, right? The rainbow end up creating the people down here. And then the sun come back to eat them up, meaning they return back to the stars, right? Because this is your birth chart right here. You came from the stars. So you return back to the stars when they lay you down like this inside of the pyramids and face you up to the heavens. You see? See, something real beautiful was going on here. We didn't have these people right here in our way, claiming to be the law, claiming to be the shepherd, putting a star on themselves and claiming to be those stars above in heaven, and claiming to be God and claiming to be our law. No, this is bogus as hell. And this is why all the stuff is going on right now. You see what I'm saying? These people are Masonic. You see? So, like I said, something beautiful was going on here. And that beautiful thing that was going on here was that we knew who we were. And now it's time for us to know who we are again and start facing these stars. Okay? Start getting back with the real law and getting this false law off of us. Because all this started like this right here. You see? This is how all this started. You see that right there? This badge right here. This one. Okay? It really started with this. It really started with the atom. You know? And you having your light. This is how it really started. You see? But they turned it into this. You see what I'm saying? At first it was this. You having your atom, you having your light, and you understanding that light. And then they turned it to this. You not understanding that light, and them being the stars that set the principle and the law for you. And got you running around here like this, getting control. Your atoms, your energy. You see what I'm saying? This shit is bogus as hell, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know straight up. The stars are literally talking to us, and they're giving us laws. And they're showing us the way, and they're guiding us not just through this little life, but they're guiding us through eternity. You see? Because the stars are souls. Okay? It's the space and the light. The spirit and the soul represents the space and the light. Period. And the light go on to create these realms that we live in with these bodies. Okay? So the stars will guide us, no longer them. See, the people, we are the stars. So that means we are the police. We are the one that create the government. And this is what they're trying to get behind so they can infiltrate our birth. You see? You know how they said kill the firstborn? Well, right here, they're killing them and imprisoning the firstborns. You see what I'm saying? They took over the stars. They are claiming to be God. They are claiming to be the holders of the light. In other words, saying that you are not a holder of light. You see what I'm saying? Because for them to make a claim that they are the light holders, they are literally saying that they have took your light. And it's true. Because like I said, this is the birth chart right here, right? And when you're born from these stars, they hurry up and make your mother sign your soul over to them on a birth certificate. Okay? And then that gives power to them to dictate and make laws for your life. You see what I'm saying? And keep in mind, too, that this is literally this over here. Is literally the crook and the flail. Okay? Meaning they're going to guide you with the law of the stars. And it's supposed to be the laws of your birth, the spiritual stars, the heavens, God, the true law, not this. Okay? Not this. This is foul, y'all. This is so foul. They're mocking you guys too while they're doing all this, okay? They're mocking you. And all this is about this atom right here. Not this star right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that star right over here. Okay? Because that's more how that's going to go. Not this star. You see what I'm saying? It's this star right here. See? We came from the stars. We're all created out of atoms, right? And we have birth charts from the stars. And the stars continue to guide us through eternity as it brought us here, which is the stars are souls, okay? Light that you can travel in. And they're trying to control that by being, you see this 6-pointed star overlapping? Well, right in between there represents as above, so below. So in between represents the gates, okay? So they're trying to be the gatekeepers. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to be the gatekeepers. See, right here. Look at this. See, like I showed you on this one right here? They're trying to be the gatekeepers. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on, y'all. This force right here is not really the law. They're a bunch of hitmen. They're henchmen, okay, for an order. A Masonic order at that, okay? Period. That's what's going on. Just letting y'all know. See this right here? This pole? This is where the sun come in. This is where life come in at. And this is where the soul, the sun, goes into the underworld. Okay? They are trying to be the balance between that, the gatekeepers, between life and death. They are trying to stop most from going to the other side in the right way. Okay? They are reincarnating you into their hell where they're owning all this, where they're controlling all this. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on. Period. Now let me show you more about the crook and the flail and the badge and now the caduceus. This crook and this flail is also the same as this caduceus right here. Okay? And the ankh. The ankh is the caduceus, and the crook and the flail is also the caduceus. So the crook and the flail has to do with Heka, right? Represents Heka, right? Which Heka represents magic, incantations, and spells. Now I know when people hear that, they think witchcraft, voodoo, and they get all scared and stuff, because that's what, you know, society's programming did to you. But Heka represents activating the Ka, employing the Ka, right? Which is activating your spirit, bringing your spirit forth. That's what this symbol of the crossing of the serpents represent. Like I showed you in my last video, the electron flow from your atoms, your negative and positive charges coming together, enlightening you, you know, activating your Ka, right? And that's why you see right here, you got his head, right, which is the top part right here, and then it comes down, cross, boom, boom. You see? Then it make another cross, boom, boom. Then his hands make another X, boom. You see? So you're looking at like a circle head right here, boom. You're looking at an X, another X, and another X with the hands and the wrists, and then with the elbows poked down, making 90-degree angles, right? So that's the same as this right here. Heka Nehekaka is the original name for what they now call in English the crook and the flail, which is the caduceus, right? Which is also the ankh, okay? So all this stuff is the same stuff right here, which is the crook and the flail, which represent to be guided by the law of the heart, which is the stars, right? And that's the same as this caduceus right here, which is electron flow that make your torus field around your body, which is all happening because of this atom, right? And the same thing is electron flow right here, and this is Heka. And this represents activating the Ka, the spirit, which is doing everything it's doing through the stars, okay? And this is the same thing on the top of the Great Pyramid, which is connected to the astrology wheel, which is the stars. And this is why the police is trying to front like you need to go by their law. No, you don't. You need to go by the law of the heavens. That's what you need to do. You see? And Heka represents magic, right? That's not the real picture of Heka either. I got a statue picture of somewhere here. But yeah, Heka represents magic, right? Like medicine and all that stuff. But when people hear magic, you know, all they think about is someone that does magic or is doing magic. But what you need to understand is the Egyptians believed that the creation in and of itself was magic. So your soul, your spirit, your torus field, your light, your body, all that was magic. And then you have the people that do magic, that understood the chemistry, that understood the medicine, that understood the science. You see what I'm saying? And it goes on and on because the word magic is also the word magnet, you know, dealing with frequencies and atoms and electron flow, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys getting all this stuff. I'm just trying to wake everybody up, you know what I mean, so everybody can see what the point is, so we can all be free again with this light. You see what I'm saying? I also want to add in here too, let me take a couple of these pictures away here. I also want to add in there too a little more about Heka, okay? And what I want to highlight about this part is this badge and this law, this so-called law that they got you under, right? Well, understand this right here about Heka, okay? Y'all see this symbol right here, right? This is the badge, okay? Same symbol as the badge, all right? Now let's look at what it says. Let's see if the so-called law is really putting a spell or a hex on you, okay? Let's look. Heka is our ability to transform using proper word sound power. So you can transform yourself using proper word sound, meaning words with the right frequencies. You can transform your inner vibration and become a greater power, a greater being, a more of a light being, more balanced. You see what I'm saying? So Heka is the god of magic in Kemet. Hex, here we go, the word hex. Hex come from his name. A magic hex is another way to say spell, right? So you see the symbol right here? It's the symbol right here. So they're using the law to put a spell on you, to put a hex on you, to transform you using proper word sound. Like, you have to do this by section code 345, and they do it with such a direct, assertive demeanor. You see what I'm saying? Because they're casting word spells on you, right? To make your frequency pick up on it and feel obligated to do what they say. So it says, Heka is the god of magic in Kemet. Hex come from his name. A magic hex is another way to say spell. Hex is the prefix of hexagon, the six-pointed star, right? This is an upward-facing and downward-facing triangle united to form a six-point star. See the triangles right here? Upward-facing triangle, downward-facing triangle. So they are really, literally putting a hex on you, meaning using magic on you. You see what I'm saying? This is an upward-facing and downward-facing triangle united to form a six-point star. The word sex sounds like six, and hex means six. Sex is one of the most powerful tools for magic. Heka holds two snakes that form the letter X. X is the crossroads / portal where magic takes place, right? So what are they talking about, the crossroads where magic takes place? What about this X? They are talking about the Taurus field, the star, the spirit. You see what I'm saying? See, I've been showing y'all the letter X. I showed y'all how they sacrificed George Floyd and Kobe Bryant on the X, which is the Christ consciousness, the light being brought forth, the soul being born. You see what I'm saying? That X, right? The electric current flow on those poles that makes up the caduceus, right? Which was really Heka, right? In Egypt. So yeah, just know that these people are using magic on you. Okay? They're using Heka's magic, and they're using the understanding of the stars supposed to be guiding us, and they are using all this knowledge to entrap us instead of set us free. Okay? Because life is magical. We are magic. Everyone is supposed to be in that chemistry. Everyone is supposed to know themselves and know how to play with light. Everybody is supposed to know this stuff. Because life is magical, and if you don't know about it, and other people know about it, they get to rule you and conquer you with this science. You see what I'm saying? So, I hope everybody see what's going on here. They are putting a hex on you, using law to put a spell on you, okay? And they got you guided by this star instead of these stars right here. You see? You need to be guided by the stars in heaven, not the beasts that walk the earth that want to use your own science against you and put a hex on you. So basically what we should understand from the police badge being a hexagon, which represents putting a hex or a spell on you, we should understand that Heka, which represented activating the Ka, employing the Ka, which is the spirit, that magic that they're talking about that most people are scared of is to set your spirit free. Okay? So when the police get a hold of this, or the law enforcement get a hold of this, it's not to set you free. It's to literally put you in bondage. Okay? That's what that's all about. To put you in chains and to say that you committed a crime. Breaking their law. Not God's law. Not the law of the heavens, but their law. You see? And their law should only be activated in their house. And these Americas is truly not their house. They came over here and stole this. Okay? So they have broke the law under the universal laws, under the law of God. You see what I'm saying? So a person say, oh, well, he can come steal your land and he can come steal this and still be okay. No, he can't. This man just broke the laws under the heavens. He just raped children and murdered families. Okay? And then turned around and said that he is the moral law that you have to go by. No, this is not okay. He will be convicted under the law and not his own law.